Hey guys, welcome to Morticians Tale. Couple things that I want to touch on really quickly. This is a game that I bought in a package from Itch.o, so this is a whole brand of stuff that I ended up purchasing. It does say continue here. I didn't actually get the chance to play this. I let someone else to play it and touch it. And I'm kind of glad I did because there was a couple things that I wanted to bring up in this from the very beginning. This is a very heavy topic. You're playing as a mortician, and I guess you're going to be preparing people for their funerals, things of that nature. So there's going to be a lot of heavy topics that come up. So if that is something that you may not want to touch on, I would definitely suggest maybe skipping this video. It's not going to be a game with a ton of scares and spooks and stuff like that. It's just kind of just taking care of people. But we'll get into that. So I hope you're doing all right. The person that I allowed to, play this on their own, they did say that there's a lot of reading, so there's probably going to be a lot of times where I'm not doing all the reading, but I will give you guys enough time to pause the video if you want so that you can read them, but I'm just going to quickly go through those portions. But let's get into it. September 14th, 10:15 a.m. I hope you guys have been doing well. Oh, this is cute. Oh. So it seems like this is just going to be, click, drag, things of that nature. Oh lord, there are emails. Rose and daughters. Okay. Hello and welcome to our new funeral director. Charlie. So I'm Charlie. Welcome, Charlie. Nice to meet you. Name's Matthew. If you guys want to pause. Ever hear that joke about the hearse driver? I'll tell you when I come by. Looking forward to working with you. From Amy. Rose. Okay, so she must be the owner. I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce our new funeral director, Charlotte. Or Charlie. Oh, okay, I'm Charlotte. Charlie is short. Charlie is a recent grad who came highly recommended and is eager to begin her new career with us at Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Sweet. Okay, so that's welcome. Here's our instructions. Well, you're new here, so it's probably best to explain where everything is. Cremation, embalming. I know you have experience working with these stations, but please let me know if you have any questions. Jen. Good luck, you beautiful and smart baby. So I'm guessing this is like a friend of mine. I'll let you guys pause here if you want. Speaking of being professional, she has a museum gig. I can't believe someone paid me to move to London, and not London, serial killer capital of Canada, to work in a museum. Okay, so she works. Also, I signed you up for Funerals Monthly newsletter. Consider it your graduation gift. I love you. Am super proud of you gift. Aw. Today's task. Okay, so I guess these little marks mean that that's what I need to do. Hope you settled in okay so far. Matt dropped off the first body. First body is Miss Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. The family has asked for a closed casket, no embalming. Family seems a little bit more united than previous families we've dealt with. Strange how grief affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things a bit easier if that's possible. Okay, that being said, although you are not embalming her, I do think it's important to take the time to clean her. No one's going to see her. Do it out of respect. Yeah, of course. Oh, there's more down here. Okay, so this is just the conversation between the family and her. If you want to pause that. And I'm assuming, so this is the magazine that my friend had given me. Thanks for subscribing this month. Etiquette at funerals. Alright, funerals are a hard time, and we understand that, but here are some quick and easy rules to remember. So you don't basically be a jerk. Don't be on your cell phone. Don't be loud and obnoxious. Don't get drunk and happily reminisce. Give condolences. Dress appropriately. Give a gift or sign the registration book. Alright. So these are things that I should and should not do at the funeral. Alright, sure thing. Let's get on this. Alright. So we're gonna go and clean Miss Garcia. This is the prep room where you will prepare bodies for burials and viewings. Because the family has requested a closed casket ceremony with no embalming, you are just going to clean the body. Okay. Sponge, razors, eye caps, glue, cotton balls, needle, scalpel, lotion. Alright, click on the sponge, drag it over to the body to clean. That was pleasant. Alright, so we're gonna go through and do this. Oh. That's it, you're done. Miss Chrissy will be sent to Mike, who will take care of dressing and put her in the casket. It's time to go to her funeral. You're responsible for taking care of the deceased's body, but it's also important to pay your respects to their loved ones. Follow the arrow to head to the funeral parlor. So I'm just like dressed and ready. And she's gone. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, oh, I can actually talk to people. She would have hated these paintings. She's so particular. Yeah, at least she doesn't have to see them, I guess. That's... yeah, I guess. Oh. Do I... Okay, I don't have to, like, sign the book. So... Yeah, I heard the family specifically said no embalming. I thought it was mandatory, like, required by law, but I guess not. Embalming weirds me out. Do those chemicals leach into the ground? Seems strange to be using a chemical that is known to cause cancer and put it into the ground. Like, wow, okay. Or into the sewer. That's what they must do with the leftover formaldehyde, right? Just pour it down the drain. At least embalming guarantees you won't be buried alive. Stop. Don't make me laugh right now. Okay. Mommy, I'm hungry. Can we go? Okay. I hate wearing pantyhose. My legs are so itchy, but it's always so cold in these funeral homes. I think I might actually miss those sweaters she used to knit for me now. We usually don't small talk a lot at these things. At least that's what I was always taught. Fair. Well, and then I get to pay my respects. That's cool. It's kind of interesting to like walk around and talk to people just to see the conversations, because of course October 11th, 10:09. Because of course those are conversations that clearly do happen all the time at, you know, funerals and things of that nature. Okay. So I'm assuming that's how every day is going to start. It's just me opening these emails. Okay, so let me explain a bit more detail. Tiger's liver. What? Okay. So frustrated right now. Can you just rant for a second? Corsets don't do anything. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming she was wearing corsets. Someone told her not to, and this is kind of the research that she found. Alright, I don't want to go to my job yet. Just passing this message along. Thanks for the hard work, Charlie. Please pass along our deepest thanks to you and your staff for the wonderful job they did at my mother's funeral. It was really lovely. Our family so rarely gets together. Aw. It's so sad. Matthew Jeff. Oh, okay, that's the driver. I drove around the other day, you know, taking our clients on their last trip around town. I was thinking, did I ever tell you about the first time I went to a funeral? Okay, let you guys pause. I'm assuming a lot of this information isn't going to be stuff I actually need. But like I said, I'm kind of quickly trying to go through it. He's talking about his friend's car accident. There's no moral to the story. Before you get any ideas, this has nothing to do with why I became a funeral director. That decision came totally later and nothing unremarkable. Alright. What to wear when you're attending a funeral from a different culture. So these are probably going... I'll let you guys pause if you want. But I'm assuming a lot of this is just... It's kind of cool that it's pretty educational as far as what goes on in funerals around the world. Always dress appropriately to any funeral you go to. So this is still... And the funerals aren't totally expensive. Is there anything at the bottom? Here are the instructions for your next body. You did a remarkable job on the first one. The family was very happy with you. No small feat, of course. Pleasing a grieving family isn't exactly the most comfortable of jobs. Your next job is a man named Mr. Duvall, an elderly man, died of old age. Nothing fancy, just standard funeral with embalming. You can reach out to his daughter, Lizzie. As always, don't hesitate to ask me questions. Charlie, dear, please remember to wear proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. I know I don't need to tell you, but my maternal instincts are hard to ignore. I promise I won't mother you too much. Well, just a little. Ask Matthew, he knows. Alright, get right on it. It's weird because they always say, like, if you need help or anything, but it doesn't seem like I can actually respond to any of those emails. So, alright, so what do we do here? Traditional burials typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Why can't I read? Unless family requests otherwise, all traditional burials will use embalming. Let's start by cleaning the body. So I gotta get the sponge. Sponge bath. At least the game's not like horrifically gory while trying to do this. Shave. I'm glad I can kind of just like move. In order to break rigor mortis, you'll have to massage the body. Okay. At least, like I was saying, at least like it's not horrifically gory or anything. The eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag an eye cap into each socket to give it its shape. To keep the eyes shut, you'll need to glue them. Okay. Interesting. The mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag a cotton ball into the mouth to give it shape. And to keep the mouth from opening, you'll need to suture it shut. Okay, not too... Oh, I don't want to do that. Click and drag the lotion over the body to moisturize it. This prevents the skin from drying out. Yeah, we don't want you looking like a beef jerky stick when we get before the funeral. Embalming involves removing blood and replacing with preserving chemicals. Click to drag the scalpel. Okay. You're going to need tubing. And click on this. Alright. Now you'll need to connect the embalming machine. Grab some additional tubing. Okay. Like. Oh, okay. And then click on the button to turn on. In order to evenly distribute the chemicals, you have to massage them throughout the body. I wonder if that's timed. Or if you just go through and do it. So yeah, this game definitely was something different. Like I said, oh, come on. I definitely didn't know how I felt about actually playing this on the channel, but I heard good reviews about it and that it was a very eye-opening game and allowed you to think about this whole process. I know this is probably an uncomfortable topic for a lot of people, but so far I really like the music and just how calm it seems. Great, now let's sew up that incision. So, okay, and almost done. You'll need to drain any remaining fluids. Okay. So, that's not horrific. I mean, it could be. I don't know if it's on your end. And we're all done. Mike will take care of the makeup as well as dressing and putting him in the casket. It's time to attend the funeral. And I think it's interesting. The little magazine told me like how to dress properly, and it's like I don't really have control over how I dress. I just kind of am showing up, but that's okay. Oh, he didn't open. It says it's customary I should sign that, but it won't let me, so I'm assuming it's not something I have to do in this situation. Came out of nowhere. I mean, it always sort of does, doesn't it? Yeah, 1 minute you're laughing, having fun, and then the next, poof, that person is gone. Just, like, gone. Yeah, it's weird to think about it for too long. Like staring at the sun, I start to feel all fuzzy when I think about it. So weird how our bodies just stop working like that. Yeah. I feel like this game is gonna just really make me think. So strange not seeing most people wearing white. White. Yeah, I think it's different for different family members. I can't remember. I haven't gone to many traditional funerals, so mostly white, but like definitely not red, no matter what. Yeah, I would feel like red would be somewhat inappropriate, but he always wanted to take his grandkids to the park, play catch. He loved playing catch. He threw a mean curveball for sure. It's sad. Humming to himself. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I was trying to get to them. Okay. Pay our respects. This game's really gonna make me think about death and what to do after and how I feel, you know, December 2nd. And I guess from what I'm assuming we're probably gonna start cremating people now that we're cleaning that. Because I'm assuming it just looks exactly what I would imagine it to be. Alright, I don't want to do that yet. We got another thank you note. Thank you for the wonderful evening that you and your staff put together for my father's funeral. He wasn't always an easy man to get along with, but I'm glad to have seen him off in such a kind way. Charlie was doing some reading. Hear me out. Alright. Alright, you guys can pause if you want to read all of that. Man, she writes a lot. Grab another bottle of wine. If you sign up for dead meat, so she's basically scared I won't find somebody to date. Paycheck coming late, sorry. This is embarrassing, but it seems I miscalculated some of our income. Oh. If you need money urgently, please let me know. I feel terrible. I'm so sorry about this. I assure you won't happen again. So she's willing to take some of her money out. It seems like there might be something going down with the funeral home, unfortunately. Yeah. A small mom and pop shop like Rose and Daughters can't compete with the bigger guys. Anyway, don't tell Amy I sent this to you. Also, I'm starving, so I'm gonna go grab some fast food before taking the hearse through the car wash. 2 birds, 1 stone, and swing back to the home. Do you want anything? A beef and cheddar sounds delicious. I'm going to take the hearse through the drive-thru, of course. It freaks people out. I love it. They get so awkward. Let me know. I'm heading out in 15 minutes. So, and the thing is, like, I can't respond to any of these emails. All right. If you've been a long-time subscriber of ours, I'm going to let you guys pause and read. And pause and read again. Okay, so quickly, it's about people being misgendered on their medical records, certifications, things of that nature. Basically just telling us to be kind, honor them, and honor the friends and family kind of thing. I agree. Rose and Daughters, so we're still on her page. There's nothing. Today's funeral is for a woman who died from breast cancer. Nothing fancy, just a standard cremation. Please don't hesitate to ask me if you have any questions. Alright, I'm on it. Oof. So there's nothing special she has to put on for this. Okay. Before we cremate Mrs. Hall, we need to prepare her body. Okay. Mrs. Hall's family brought clothing and jewelry for her to wear. It's important to remove these before the cremation process as not to damage them. Let's start removing her necklace. Okay. We need to be able to identify Mrs. Hall's remains after she's cremated. Click and drag the round identification tag and place it in the coffin. Great. She's all set. Alright. Okay. It's kind of... I don't know, it's just... definitely a different game so far. Okay. Oh, so those are where all my urns are. So what's going next? This is the cremulator. Contrary to popular belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies into ash so much as bone fragments. We'll break those bone fragments down into ash-like remains. Let's start by placing the urn. Click and drag the bone fragments and drop them into the top. Okay. It's kind of a weird animation on that one. Alright, now that all the bones have been processed, click and drag the urn back to the counter. Make sure to put Mrs. Hall's necklace back in the urn. Click. Okay, don't forget the tag. Okay, last step. Lid. Boom. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. Okay. Wonder... I mean, I assume they've done research to make this as much as, you know, true to life. Talk to these. This is nice in a weird way. She liked that we're all here talking. She always tried to keep the family together. The food is delicious. I know that's weird, but these crab cakes are perfect. Well, I'm glad that you like our food. Glad she was cremated and not in like an open casket or something. Seeing her like that, I don't know if I could have. At least we all got to say goodbye. She would have liked that. Yeah. It's so sad. She fought really hard. She was proud of herself. She never gave up, not once. Damn. So crazy. She would have hated this music. She never wanted her funeral to be sad. She would have wanted us smiling. She said so. I wonder if that's... God, this game is so solemn. I mean, I like it in a very weird way. February 14th, 10:14 a.m. So far, I like the game. I know that sounds really messed up and probably horrifically morbid, but it's like there's this message that's coming through and it just seems so beautiful. Oh dear God, here we go. News about the future of Rose and Daughter's funeral home. The you guys want to pause, I'm going to skim through a lot of this. It's with a very heavy heart that I write to tell you all that, Rose. So we are going out of business. The truth is I don't really know what to say. My father passed away, so we've been bought. Alright. Or I sold. Go. Either way, soon, Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc., a company that owns many funeral homes in the city and across the country, will place Rose and daughter starting from the beginning of next month. Same building, same name. They want to keep up the image, they have a good reputation, and they agreed to keep us all on, so at least I'm not losing my job. But I don't like this. That was one of my stipulations. I would sell as long as all of you weren't without a job. Sorry I didn't do this in a more personal way. This was easier. I can imagine. Alright. Another thank you note. I'm so eternally grateful that you were able to accommodate a request for my sister's funeral. It was a beautiful service, and she would have been happy with that. Such a weird thing to say, isn't it? Charlie, I thought you'd like to see this. Thank you note. It's nice. And then... if you want to pause... I know this email might be a bit odd, but if you said if I ever had troubles, I should reach out and you would know somebody I could talk to about all of this. I don't know what to do. I know my grandmother had lived a full, good life and she was very happy. She's not in any pain, but I feel empty. This person's asking for help. For Mrs. Garcia. I think that was the first person we got to interact with. I thought I would forward this to you. In situations like this, we typically connect people like Ryan with a grief counselor or other professionals who can really help him. Sometimes we get emails like this when people don't know where else to turn. It's difficult and family isn't always the most reliable for some people. Usually I'd be happy to connect him, but I'm feeling a little tired today. Not my usual self, and it would be good for you to start building those kind of relationships on your own. You're a treasure, Charlie. So I kind of would like if I could actually respond, but it doesn't seem like I have the option. So it's kind of like when we get dressed for funerals, it's just something that happens on the back end. Charlie, I've been playing a new game when things are slow at work. It's called Tales from the Crypt Sweeper. It's like Minesweeper, but way harder. Like, seriously, it's really, really difficult. Want to start a healthy competition? High score gets to pick the restaurant we go to when one of us is in town next. She's wild. Keep on protecting Earth with green burials. I'm gonna let you guys, if you want to pause for that. Sorry I keep saying if you guys want to pause, but I just want to make sure that you guys have that opportunity. I have heard a lot about green burials, different types and things of that nature, how they bury them, pods, nothing at all, and I actually think it's pretty cool. I think that's a really cool idea. So, what's Tales from the Crypt? Oh, it really is like... oh. Ah. Okay. I was never good at Minesweeper. I was awful at it. I'm still bad at it, but right now I'm just kind of clicking away. I'm not really... Aw. I did good there for a minute. I don't want to get too far off track. Alright. Hi, Amy. You asked if there were any special instructions we wanted to pass along. Just please cremate my father. He has a pacemaker too. The doctor told me that would need to be removed. Thanks. Please see the note below, but the pacemaker, they can be tricky. Sounds good. I'll take care of it. Okay. Let's go over here. So, wonder how this one's gonna play out. Mysteries came directly from the hospital, so we don't have to worry about including any value or removing any valuables from him, as the family did not provide any for us to include. However, he has a pacemaker that will need to be removed for cremation. Because pacemakers are batteries, they will explode inside the hot heat of the cremation machine, and we definitely don't. Yeah, no kidding. Let's start removing. Click scalpel over his incision. And you see the pacemaker. Forceps. Okay. Put his tag, and he is ready to go. Yes. Okay. I was told about, pacemakers. There was like a time where I actually wanted to go into like mortuary sciences and things like that, so I kind of took a introductory course in college, and it was pretty cool. I did like that a lot. Alright, so here's the urn. So basically the same process in... oh, can I grab it? Alright. Go here. And... boop. Douche. All done. Alright. I think this game is probably going to be an hour, from what I remember from Itch.o, is that the gameplay would be an hour. I don't know if I'm required to talk to everybody, but I feel the need to. I wonder if he ever liked me. He was nice to me, but I don't know. He never seemed like he really cared if I was there or not. Wow, that's heartbreaking. Let's see what these two have to say. Did you ever end up clearing the air with your father? No, we talked a few times, but no, not really. He sounded like a difficult man. He was stubborn. That's just it. Stubborn. What do you want to do after this? It's pretty nice out. Let's change and go find a patio somewhere. Sounds good. I could really use a beer right now. Hey, did I ever tell you the time we tailgated? Wow. Completely removed from the situation. I always told him to quit smoking, but of course he never listened to me. So that figures. Yeah. People are gonna do what they want to do, unfortunately. Alright. And it's weird, I mean, people grieve differently. February 28th at 10:35 a.m. People always grieve differently, and there's a lot of, like, true crime shows I watch where they're like, oh, his wife, died, and he didn't grieve the way he normally should have. It's like, there's no playbook on how to grieve, and everyone does it differently. I understand that. Some people, yeah, can probably be a little weirder than most. All right, another thank you note. I just wanted to thank you for the service the other month, and I apologize if I was abrupt. It was kind of a shock for me, and I didn't feel comfortable with the whole process. He wasn't supposed to die yet. It hasn't been easy. Mushrooms. You hate mushrooms so much I found the perfect thing for you. What? I was thinking about death. Mushroom suits. No, it's not called that, but I can't remember the name of it, and I'm writing it on my phone, so I don't feel like Googling it now. Anyway, the idea is that it's a biodegradable suit that the deceased wears. It's made with what people call biomix, mushrooms and other microorganisms that help to decompose bodies. Okay, so it helps decompose you and everything else. Things to avoid saying at funerals. I would assume like a lot of this can go without saying, but welcome back. But unfortunately, we can deliver a little bit more solid advice. Okay, top 5 things not to say. At least they're no longer suffering. Were they saved? No religious statements. Just don't lie, because not everyone agrees with your religious views, and not only is not always comforting, it can also be insulting. They're with the angels now. See above note, then rinse, repeat. Let me know how I can help. This one's tricky, you want to help. Better examples. I'm free if you need someone to babysit the kids. Actions are better than passive statements. Cook something for them, take them to their favorite restaurant, or buy tickets to see a movie. I know how you feel. Even if you think you do, everyone grieves different. That's what I just was talking about. Don't focus this on yourself. Empathy doesn't involve having to commiserate. Sometimes people will want to hear your experiences, but don't always assume. For a quicker version of this list, they can apply to any situation. Don't say stuff for the sake of saying stuff. Just say, I'm sorry, if you don't know what else to say. I was told all the time you can say you're sorry, and then some people were like, don't say sorry, because that just makes it feel worse. Our son. I was hoping you wouldn't have to confront this situation. Rose and Daughters has been asked to prepare a body for a young man that took his own life. He had a will prepared and asked for cremation, but the family has demanded a traditional burial instead. Unfortunately, he didn't make anyone his power of attorney, or didn't have any witnesses sign his living will, or has advanced directive regarding those wishes. So his family is legally in the right to do whatever they want with his body. It's unfortunate, but we have to do as his family wishes. Matthew has graciously offered to take this on if you are uncomfortable with the subject. Instead, we have a second body you can prepare for a funeral we're hosting later in the afternoon. Charlie, is this something you'd be comfortable dealing with? All right, so this is a situation in which I definitely... I thought there was something about the funeral monthly, basically saying how sometimes you have to respect the wish of the family, but also the wishes of the deceased. Disregards our son's will as it concerns matters of his burial. He was clearly not thinking right and didn't know what he really wanted. Proceed with an open casket funeral. As for payment, we'll bring a check. Wow. I don't feel right kind of just... Didn't this person have a will, though? He didn't make anyone... He had a will prepared and asked for cremation. I'm gonna... You do have a choice here, and I'm not exactly sure That's what I'm not sure of. Will this change the outcome at all? I'm gonna say no, I'm not comfortable with this, only because, like we read in some of these funeral monthly magazines, I would want to respect. Personally, I think I would want to respect what this person would want. And I don't want to go against their wishes. I'm gonna say no, I'm not comfortable. So I guess I'm gonna prepare another. Okay. Excuse me, I do think that at some point I kind of want to go back and see if there is... We kind of already done this, so I can fly through this really quick and talk to you, lovely people. I wonder if there is anything that I can do. Like, if there's any different kind of outcome if I do take it or not take it. If I decide to go that route, I'll let you guys know in the comments if I ended up taking that directive. But let's focus on her. I did not even catch this person's name, so I kind of feel like a douche. It's like the sounds. Okay, and turn the machine on. We got a massage to get the fluids. I think there was another game that I played that was actually a horror game related to something like this. Mortician's Assistant, something like that. I think I played the demo, and I know like the full game came out, I believe, and I haven't touched it yet. I don't know if I want to or not, just because, you know, everyone did it, so come on. I can click and drag that, so I actually have to pay attention, do a straight line. Boop-a-da-boop. Alright. Let's sew this back up. And let's drain the organs. I do like the directions at the top that tell me like what to do. It actually helps. Especially considering, even though I've already done it before, they still give me the directions. So that's really nice. I enjoy that thoroughly. Alright. Let's go around the room and see what everyone's doing. She's no longer suffering or in pain. Yeah. She's in her better place now. Mm-hmm. She's too good for this world. Okay. Thanks, Aunt Sandy. Yeah, everything you're not supposed to say. I haven't cried since she died, not once. How is Anna crying and not me? I'm the one who lost a parent. Quiet sobs. Well, man, everyone grieves different. It may not hit you until you get home or something. Where's Maria? She couldn't be here. She didn't want to see her mother's body. I mean, I don't blame her. Anyway, I'm pretty impressed with the food. Thanks. Because I think Rose and Daughters provides their own food. It doesn't look like her at all. I don't think there was a story that we got with this one. Maybe in the emails, if they send us a thank you note, maybe we will. It's sad. I'll probably continue saying that. March 3rd at 10:45 a.m. Okay. Cleaning. While she's cleaning, I can't really do anything. Let's see what we got. Oh. He must be the new... Oh yeah, because my, this all changed. Okay. Rose and Daughters is the newest funeral home to join Hillside Heritage, proudly serving 56 communities nationwide since 1964. Alright, so that's our new website at least. Okay, we're pleased to bring on, but of course, there will be a number of changes. We will send a memo. Great. Corporate is... Matthew, what the hell? So corporate's basically going to start telling us what we can and can't do. Can I just say, first off, this is bullcrap? Knowing how these corporations run, I wouldn't be surprised if they're monitoring our emails now. No, okay, I don't really believe that. I'm just upset. I get that Amy didn't have much of a choice, and they just swooped in, and now we have to deal with their BS practices. They're colder than the corpses I pick up from the morgue this morning. Who charges this much for funerals? It feels dirty and exploitive. Let's grab a drink after work. I need to blow off some steam, and emails aren't really the most appropriate place to do this. Too late for me, I guess. P.S. If you're reading this, Hillside Overlord, good. I like Matthew. I kind of already assumed I liked him. You're invited to attend a death cafe. I actually do know of some close to my house. I did actually join one time. It was different. It was really cool though. Come increase awareness of death with a view to helping people make the most of their finite lives. Join us, have tea, cakes. John Underwood once said, when people talk about death and dying, it tends to illustrate their humanity. Okay. But anyway, this event that I'm forwarding you takes place near you. Figure you'd be into it. Might help talking. Maybe. These are different funeral traditions, so give you guys time to pause. Huh. I do kind of like this part of the game where it's actually giving you like real life, like what actually goes on around the world for different funerals. All right. Thank you, Mr. Grant, for agreeing to take care of Jocelyn's cremation. The bike accident was, well, it's more than I was expecting. I know she wanted to be cremated, and to be honest, I don't think I could bear seeing her like that after what happened. Charlotte. Below are the details for our next client. Ensure you follow the requested specifications exactly. After you're done, I will review your work in order to properly evaluate you at the end of the month. Dude, you're a douche. Oh man, this is just like the story of like Goliath coming in and just crushing everybody and everything. All right, so we gotta take her watch off, put her tag in, and get her ready. I'm glad. So they said that she had gotten into a bike accident, and I'm really happy that they didn't just give me a mangled body in a box, like in the casket. It seems like this game still has like the decency of human interaction, where they're just not like, oh yeah, she was in a horrible accident. They still, you know, try to give dignity to where it's deserved, and I like that. Okay. All right. Put her watch back in here, her tag. I really do like Matthew. Matthew will take... Okay, so Amy completely has stepped out. She is no longer part of this process at all. All right. Let's go here. Should we do a visual at the spot? Careless drivers, I swear to God. Yeah, always be careful. Share the road. She was always so careful, wore her helmet, signaled, use the bike lanes. Asshole drivers, they need to pay attention. Have you heard what's happening to the driver? No, I haven't wanted to ask Leah. This has been hard enough on them without asking about the legal ramifications of all of this. Yeah, after all this, let's see what we can do to help them. Shouldn't deal with the death of their partner all by themselves. Oh, I was gonna say, can I not click on her? I'm glad I'm here, but wow, I just need a glass of wine and to binge watch something right now. Yeah. I have to go through all of her things. How am I supposed to decide what to keep? If you need help, I can help. No, thanks. I mean, but no, I don't know. It's so intimate. Feels like I should do it myself. She would kill me if others saw the things that we have. Yeah, she was kind of a closed book, except to you. Yeah, she was special. So glad it was a cremation. I would have lost it seeing her body. Let's pay our respects. God, this game is like very beautiful in such a different way. They're not making like horrid jokes about death or any zany, you know, oh, gotcha moments. Just everything is very, not horrifically serious, but serious enough that it feels respectful. At least to me. I don't know how you guys feel. All right, Charlie, I need a drink. Beer after work? P.S. Also, I really want mozzarella sticks. I can be both hungry and angry, and no, I will not say hangry, ever. Matthew, I like you so much. All right, there's a lot here. So pause if you need to, but I'm just going to skim through it. All right, so no visible tattoos, so the new dress code. Wow, yeah, that's definitely... When speaking with customers and clients, consider the opportunity to upsell. That is such a dick thing to do. I know it happens, like when people pass away, and it just feels so dirty, though. Oh, wow. Food is no longer allowed to be brought in. Instead, encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase our premium sandwich and appetizer food package. Our partner catering concepts provide high-quality food that will be delivered weekly from their factory and can easily be defrosted. Ew. I expect all of the above changes to be instituted effective immediately to ensure a smooth... You're a douche. That's all I gotta say. You're an actual douche. Alright. Green Bear, I have reviewed your request on behalf of a potential family inquiring if we at Heritage, or Hillside Heritage, can do green barrels. I should have informed you of this in the beginning, but we do not perform green barrels as they are not cost effective. All employees and subsidiary of Hillside must comply. We do not wish to lose potential customers, though, so do try your hardest to convince the families requesting green barrels to instead choose a traditional burial package. You are an asshole. I trust you will ensure we do not lose any customers. I want to punch you in the face. Human being or a gorilla walking on tiny legs. She's different. Home funerals. Why do it? Alright, if you guys skim down. Okay, and this is the second part. I think it would be very beautiful to do the home burials. Would you? I don't know. I would do it. I don't like you. I'm proud to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprise received a contract of the city to dispose of any unclaimed bodies. This is an important revenue stream for us, as I'm sure I do not need to explain to you, Charlotte. Alongside Hillside Heritage Enterprise is being paid a decent wage from the city for these services. Cremation is preferred here, as it is the most cost-effective of the two options. The first unclaimed body will be handled belongs to a middle-aged man, possibly homeless, whose body has yet to be claimed. No special preparations are needed for this cadaver aside from cremate. God, you are so cold. Like, I know a lot of these John and Jane Does happen, and a lot of people, you know, come to funeral homes, and before we cremate this gentleman, we'll need to prepare his body. He doesn't seem to have any valuables on him that would be damaged during cremation, so let's just worry about putting his identification tag into the coffin with him. This gentleman is now set to be... I know these kind of things happen, but you can be way more nicer about this. He was still a human being, for God's sakes. And... I don't know, I assume no one's coming. So are we still hosting a funeral service? Am I gonna get yelled at because I did? Because it's like, oh, you kept the lights on. Come on, I'm clicking. Oops. Alright. Boop. And... done. I have a weird... I want to make sure that that matches up as much as possible. Alright. So are people showing... No one showed up. God, that's so sad. It's so sad. April 9th, 10:19 a.m. And, like, I know things like that happen constantly. People pass away and they don't have a name. No one knows who to contact. No family. I think that's awful. Let's see. Is his name Chad? Yep, Chad Grant. Oh god, I hate this guy. We are thrilled to announce that Hillside subsidiary Morning Valley Hospital, allowing us to access all the cadavers that come through their pediatric and maternity. Oh my god, please don't tell me I have to do that. We're excited for the opportunity to work, which intakes 100,000 patients, 15 million funding. Wow, I'm glad he really doesn't care. Oh, Matthew, he put his 2 weeks in. You know how happy I am working for Mega Corporation 101. My skills are useful in other professions. I'm not worried about myself, but I am worried about you. You're too good for this corporate scum. You actually care about the people you work with and for. Don't let them defeat you, okay? I'll bring beers over next week. We can talk a bit more freely. I wonder if she actually, like, hangs out with people. Alright, so I'll give you guys a little space to pause. So it seems like my friend has met someone. That's cool. Super into roller coasters, and I think the idea of sharing cotton candy is sickeningly cute. Aww. It's glad to know she's happy. Water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Water cremations. I'll let you guys pause on that one. Water cremations. I've heard about them. I mean, I think they're pretty cool. Anything to kind of like help the planet. I don't know. I like the green burials and the more natural stuff. Alright, let's see how he's taking advantage of somebody. Alright, regarding the last time we spoke, my daughters and I would still prefer to host a home funeral ourselves and to keep my wife here until she is ready to be buried. Alright, her heart attack was so sudden I don't know what to do. I understand her desire. This is Chad. I understand her desire to keep your wife at home, but I assure you the best way to honor your wife is through a traditional funeral package instead. I promise you your wife's funeral with us will be a beautiful, intimate gathering where all of her friends... God, you're a douche. You are such an ass. Okay, we'll take the traditional funeral package. Thank you for considering us in this hard time. He didn't. He's just an ass. Charlotte, I see you were not able to convince the Dimka family to take a standard funeral. I had to contact them myself in order not to lose the sale. Please read the enclosed email for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see that we've lost any customers because of your refusal to upsell. That is part of your job. Oh god. Am I allowed to punch him? I have a new tab. Ooh. I'm considering opening up my own funeral services. Oh, cool. Can I, like, look through it? No. I can't do anything. Oh, she is looking. Sure thing. I'll get right to it. I feel like there's just a smart-ass remark of like, yep, I'll do it. Alright. So we've been through this a number of times, I'm pretty sure. Come on. We can still fly through this. I don't know, what do you guys think of, like, this whole thing so far? I know we're not at the end yet. I feel like we're coming to it, though. Especially with Charlotte wanting to open up her own funeral services, which I think at this point I would. Chad seems like a dick. And that's so mean to, like, take advantage of people during the hardest moments of their life, which I know happens in real life, so I can't sit here and say that never happens. I know it happens, you know? If you've ever, you know, had someone pass away or anything like that, you know things happen. They want to sell you, like, the best casket, the best urns, you know, all that stuff. Oh, gotta go up. So, I don't know. I wonder if it's really this underhanded at the same time. Like, if it's really this bad where people are, like, chastising each other, like, oh, you weren't able to make that sale. I had to go in and do it for you. Like, dude, whatever. I make my own decisions. So. Alright. And I know I got, like, really silent with that John Doe, but I remember, like, when I first started going to college, those were, like, the people I wanted to work with, because it's very close to my heart. I don't think people should die and just lose their name. Mike will take care of makeup and dressing. Okay. It's really hard, because it's like, I don't know, just people shouldn't die and then no one knows who they are. It's just sad to me. Let's talk to these people first. This feels so impersonal. She would have hated this. Yeah, but I don't know. They must have had their reasons. Oh yeah, what do you think of the trailer I sent you? Oh yeah, I heard the show is good. I saw the video of the one kid. Wow, that subject changed so quickly. How do you like our crappy sandwiches? I'm starving. Why do these things always make me so hungry? You're always hungry. Wow, that was that was kind of mean. It's so cold in here. I think they have the air conditioning on too high. Yeah, let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. Would it be good to stretch my legs? Yeah, it very, very quickly people do not like this service. Do you think we did the right thing? I feel bad for not doing what Mom asked for. I know, honey, but what that Chad guy said seemed right. We don't want to dishonor her memory by letting her rot. Yeah, I just want Mom to know I loved her. Wish I hadn't yelled at her before. Shh, it's okay. She knew you loved her. Fights happen. Please don't be hard on yourself. Yeah, I'm going to miss her. Me too. Yeah, it's like people don't like this funeral. They're already regretting this decision. Like, they let Chad talk them into doing something they didn't want to do, which is freaking awful. Let's see. August 30th at 9 a.m. Ooh, I am not in the same place. Did I open up my own services? Am I out from under Chad? I am! Oh, there's a new tag, Magnolia Forest. I do green burials. I love it. Oh, this is so cool. Home funerals, all-inclusive. Green burial and service for adults, all-inclusive. Direct cremation, all-inclusive. Infants are buried at no charge. We can provide a 3x3 plot and help opening and closing. Oh my god, that is so sweet. Makes me want to cry. From Amy Rose, Charlie dear, I am so proud of you. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. If there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I am always willing to help. Best wishes. P.S. I sorely miss you and Matthew's terrible sense of humor. It's kind of cool because it was like there's this whole other story going on while I'm playing. Alright. When I first became a hearse driver, I was told the most important job wasn't steering, it was sympathizing. I respectively agree, and thankfully, I concentrated on my driving skills since I now work as a, wait for it, but oh my god, a school bus driver? I cannot believe it. I didn't know how else to tell you. For some reason I was worried you'd think less of me, but I don't know why. You've never been the judgmental kind. And besides, corpses are way easier to deal with than children. Screaming children, may I add. I actually love it. These kids are pretty cute. But don't tell Amy that I told you that. She was always harping on me for not having any kids and for being all cynical about them. Congrats on your new business, Charlie. I'm proud of you. I'll swing by your new place one day and show you my new wheels. Maybe we can go grab a bite to eat. I really like him. Alright, congratulations on your new business. You deserve finally being your own boss. No more having to explain anything you don't want to. I'm not trying to be too cheesy. Can't wait. P.S. Have you heard about these green burial pods? When I find the link in my 1 million open tabs, I'll shoot them out. Yeah, I understand that. From Elaine. Today's the day already, isn't it? I can't believe how quickly this has come up. Thank you for your understanding for your work. You've made today easier already. See you at 1 p.m. I'll see you soon. Alright, so there's no more cremations, embalming, so it's just... Oh, that is so cool. So I basically own just a massive park. This hurts. I thought it'd be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much, but thank you for helping me grieve. Helping me give her the funeral she always wanted. Anyway, I think we're ready to get started now. That's really beautiful. I like that. The credits are gonna play, but I really like this game. Like I said before, it's not something like Oogie Boogie Man or anything like that. It was very solemn and made you really consider your ideas of death and how basically the industry can look. Of course, as soon as they said that the big corporation was going to take over, it's like the immediate, you knew something bad was going to happen. And unfortunately it did, and it's sad that, you know, Chad, all the pets, and it's sad that Chad would, like, take advantage of people, like, their most, what do you want to call it, vulnerable moments, and just being like, oh, you know, your mother would have liked to have a big funeral and it doesn't matter, you know, you always want to do what the family would like or what was in wills and things of that nature. So to me, this game was really beautiful. It's really sad. Oh, thanks for playing. Thanks that I actually got to play it. So, but yeah, that was very beautiful, very slow pace. Like I said, yeah, my friend was definitely correct. There was a ton of reading. So I don't know. It was an easy game to understand very quickly. You know, I do still like the fact that they told you with each person you interacted with, like, what to do. I don't know if the situation would have changed depending on if I had went ahead and did that one person's funeral. I chose not to. I may go back in and see if any differences would have been made. If there is a difference, I'll let you guys know, but this video has definitely been a longer one, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's funny that my first video back in 2023 is a very sad, very thought-provoking game, but I'm really happy that I got to play this. It was very beautiful. The music was very soft and very beautiful. The storyline, I liked how it seemed like there were multiple things happening at one time. So, like, I would read the emails, but I never got to actually meet, like, Matthew, but it seemed like I was having drinks with him, or I didn't get to meet Amy. It seemed like I was able to talk to clients and stuff, because apparently Chad was upset that he had to reach back out to them to get more money. So, it's very... all I can keep saying is just very beautiful. I hope you guys got something out of it. But anyway... Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, it's Mortician's Tale. It is from Itch.o. If you want to give it a chance and try it yourself, make certain decisions. It seems pretty straightforward. So anyway, guys, I hope you continue taking care of yourselves, and I would very thoroughly love to see you in the next video. Bye.